Welcome back to Golden Legacy Stars. Part 2 begins. More familiar faces, more forgotten stories. Once in the spotlight, now changed by time. These are the lost legends of 80s Hollywood, then and now. Which one do you remember? C. Thomas Howell became a familiar face of 1980s cinema with The Outsiders and Red Dawn, known for his boyish intensity. As teen stardom faded, he shifted to steady television and independent projects rather than headline roles. He never stopped working, even if the spotlight dimmed. Now 59, C. Thomas Howell remains a consistent and respected presence on screen. Brigitte Bardot defined an era with her effortless sensuality and rebellious beauty. She didn't act allure, she was it. She later left cinema, choosing privacy and a life devoted to animal rights. Now in her 90s, Bardot is remembered for independence, impact, and the courage to walk away. Kim Novak stood out for her cool, sculpted beauty and distant, self-possessed gaze, most memorably seen in Vertigo. Her presence felt controlled, never forced. She later stepped away from Hollywood, choosing privacy over fame, and devoted her life to painting, nature, and personal peace. Now in her 90s, Kim Novak is remembered for independence, dignity, and an unmistakable screen presence. Joan Van Ark was known for her expressive eyes and emotionally open presence, making Valine Ewing in Knots Landing instantly recognizable. She brought sincerity to long-running television drama. As the spotlight faded, she chose a quieter life away from constant attention. Now in her 80s, Joan Van Ark is remembered for emotional honesty and a role that defined an era of television. Treat Williams brought steady energy to roles like Hair. He focused on the work, not the spotlight. As trends changed, he stayed consistent across film and television. Treat Williams passed away in 2023 at 71, remembered for professionalism, commitment, and respect for the craft. Rutger Hauer stood out with a calm intensity, best remembered for Blade Runner. He made even dark characters feel human. He stepped away from constant Hollywood attention to choose roles with meaning. Rutger Hauer passed away in 2019 at 75, remembered for honesty, depth, and lasting impact. John Ritter defined television comedy with his elastic physical humor and warm, everyman charm as Jack Tripper in Three's Company. He wasn't just funny, he felt human. At the height of fame, Ritter chose craft over hype, stepping away from non-stop sitcom stardom. John Ritter passed away in 2003 at 54, leaving behind a legacy of warmth, humanity, and a kind of comedy that made people feel less alone. Luke Perry captivated the 90s with a rebellious edge and a quiet intensity that defined Dylan McKay in Beverly Hills 90210. He wasn't just a teen idol, he felt real. At the height of his fame, he chose privacy over the spotlight, stepping away to pursue roles with depth rather than noise. Luke Perry passed away in 2019 at the age of 52, but his effortless authenticity lives on. A reminder that true presence always outlasts fame. Jeff Fahey made his mark with gritty, intense performances in The Lawnmower Man and Silverado. Rather than chasing A-list fame, he built a steady career in television and independent films. Always authentic, he lets the work speak for itself. Now 73, Jeff Fahey continues to appear selectively, remembered for his toughness and range. Jacqueline Bisset stood out for her timeless beauty and quiet elegance in Bullet and The Deep. Her presence always felt natural, never forced. Later, she chose selective roles over constant fame. She is remembered for grace, longevity, and classic screen poise. Barbara Eden charmed audiences with warmth and sparkle in I Dream of Jeannie. Her smile became television history. After her peak fame, she stepped back from the spotlight. She's remembered for joy, optimism, and an iconic TV legacy. Tom Selleck defined calm confidence in Magnum, P.I., and Three Fugitives. His relaxed authority felt effortless. He chose balance over hype, remaining selective with his roles. He's remembered for steadiness, charisma, and lasting appeal. Bill Murray became iconic through Ghostbusters and Lost in Translation. His humor felt dry, human, and unpredictable. He avoided Hollywood routines, choosing his own rhythm. He's remembered for originality, restraint, and cultural impact. Patrick Swayze blended strength and vulnerability in Dirty Dancing and Ghost. He brought deep emotion without ever overdoing it. Fans often wondered why he slowly stepped back from the spotlight. Battling illness, he made the difficult choice to prioritize his health, choosing privacy over fame, and his career ended far too soon. Today, he's remembered for his sincerity, passion, and emotional honesty. Christopher Reeve captured hearts as Superman, embodying strength, heroism, and grace. He brought a quiet intensity to every role. Fans often wondered why he stepped away from the spotlight in later years. After a tragic accident left him paralyzed, he focused on advocacy in personal life, choosing privacy over fame. Yet his legacy grew even stronger. Today, he's remembered for courage, resilience, and inspiring hope. Alain Delon defined cool restraint in Purple Noon and Le Samurai. His beauty felt distant, controlled. As fame changed, he withdrew from the spotlight. He's remembered for elegance, mystery, and legend. David Hasselhoff became a global TV icon with Knight Rider and Baywatch. Known for his charm and energy, he brought humor and heart to every role. In recent years, he's slowed down, focusing on personal life and selective projects, choosing privacy over fame. Today, he's remembered for charisma, perseverance, and unforgettable roles. Jean-Paul Belmondo brought raw energy to Breathless and Pierrot Le Fou, feeling fearless and alive on screen. Fans often wondered why he stepped back from the spotlight in later years. He aged without pretense, focusing on personal life and selective projects, choosing privacy over fame. Today, he's remembered for freedom, vitality, and his bold, unforgettable spirit. Thank you for watching. If these familiar faces brought back special memories, let us know in the comments which forgotten stars meant the most to you and why. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who grew up with these classic films and shows. Until next time, keep the classics close and let their legacy live on.